Thank you for joining us here on Republic TV at 6 p.m. We get you stories from across the Republic, stories from every corner of India that we feel you should get a full lowdown on before you hit prime time. I'm Niranjan. Here are the headlines. Statewide protests unfold over Neha murder case in Karnataka. Congress leader demands a CBI investigation. Karnataka government sticks to a CID probe. Congress's own leaders now crying betrayal. Rashid Alvi hits out at the Congress leadership, saying that the Grand Old Party has no vocal support for Muslims. Former Union Minister for Minority Affairs Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi speaks to Republic, hits out at the Congress Party's double standards, calling them pseudo-secular. Huge setback for the Mamata Banerjee government in West Bengal. Calcutta High Court cancels 2016 teachers recruitment panel, court ordering fresh recruitment. Politics over the Ghazipur landfill fire in the national capital. BJP accusing AAP of criminal negligence. Meanwhile, residents bearing the brunt of toxic air and smoke in the area. NIA raids across 9 locations in Srinagar. Lens on a case in 2022 related to alleged plans by banned outfits to orchestrate violence. Ladies and gentlemen, a story from Hubballi in Karnataka has caught the entire country by storm this evening. It's the number one talking point in Karnataka. The story of Neha Hiremath. Neha Hiremath, a student who was murdered on campus, and the entire murder was caught on CCTV tape. The killer, his name is Fayaz, and he's seen stabbing Neha at least 14 times. She died on the spot. Neha's father is a Congress corporator. He's a Congress corporator who has alleged in the last 3 days that his own party, which is in the government here in Karnataka, has let him down. BJP leaders, BJP leadership, every top leader in Karnataka has spoken to this Congress corporator who claims it's a case of love jihad. The BJP claims it's love jihad. The Congress, meanwhile, is saying it's a case of love gone wrong. And here's how the story is panning out. Today across Karnataka, there were protests as different groups came out seeking justice for Neha.
We just want a justice for Neha. He should be encountered. He should be encountered. He should be hanged to death, or he should be left to all the Hindu people.
The outrage against the murder of Neha Hiremath has spilled onto the streets. 4 days after the gruesome killing on the premises of a Hubballi college.
उसने पर्पसली किधर मारना है वो भी ट्रेनिंग किया हुआ है. उसके बाद लगातार उसने कंधे पे अपना गर्दन पे लगातार मारा है.
Students across Karnataka have hit the streets in protest. Hubballi, Dharwad, Kalaburgi, Davnagari, Chamarajanagar. The case has spawned protests across the state. ABVP workers and students have demanded justice for Neha Hiremath. Tires were burnt. Slogans were raised demanding justice. Protesting students of the ABVP submitted a memorandum to the Hubballi police as well.
A story where Neha Hiremath, a 23-year-old, was murdered in broad daylight by her spurned lover Fayaz, and this has happened at the BVB college in Hubballi, and we are right in front of the college where there's a massive protest by hundreds of students belonging to various colleges, belonging to various groups who are out here as well. So this is the massive congregation out here with the Akhila Bharatiya Vidya Parishad, Vidyarthi Parishad going ahead and leading this particular protest out there as well, with each of these students demanding justice for Neha, who's been murdered in cold blood, and are also going ahead and demanding a CBI inquiry into this particular case as well. We're also going ahead and listening to slogans as well by these students too, who are out there in large numbers. Even as we are passing by, we are seeing the huge number of students out here who have come out in massive numbers to protest to protest in support of Neha as well. So all these students in solidarity with what has happened to Neha, with the majority of them demanding that there should be a central agency which has to be brought in to probe this murder, and this should go ahead and set out as an example to such atrocities taking place not only in the state of Karnataka or limited to Hubballi, but also across the entire nation.
On the other hand, BJP workers also rolled out their protest. BJP cadres and women also staged a protest against the murder of Neha Hiremath and demanded justice for her. The BJP workers hit out at the state government and chanted "Down, down Congress." Protesters alleged that deliberate attempts were being made to defer the transfer of the case to the CBI.
When the Chief Minister of Karnataka and Home Minister of Karnataka, they are telling it's a love case and it's a Akasmika Ghatana. How they are tell this one? Even investigation is not clear. Just after he is surrendered and got for custody, within 24 hours they are giving clean sheet. That's why Karnataka people and all people they are totally unhappy.
On the other hand, in Chamarajanagar, the VHP also expressed outrage over the murder. Republic TV also spoke to Neha's father. Niranjan Hiremath, father of the deceased victim, maintained that there is complete collapse of law and order in Karnataka. He alleged that the Siddaramaiah-led Congress government was not giving a free hand to the police in the case.
इंटरनली टारगेट करके अपना जो भी मेरा बेटे का इतना सोशल रहने से बहुत सोशल घर में वो मेरा बिजनेस में हो उसको फॉलोअप किया उन्होंने बोल्ड से रहती थी वो कभी भी इस चीज़ में
क्या सर आप डायरेक्टली आरोप लगा रहा है ये लव जिहाद का केस है?
इसमें अभी मेरे को पीछे मालूम नहीं था अभी जितने भी जो आ रहा है ना वो सिम्टम्स तो मेरे को ऐसा ही लग रहा है इसके लिए ये पुलिस का काम है.
Just a day before, BJP National President visited Neha's residence to meet with her next of kin. Nadda and the victim's father have jointly called for a CBI probe into the case, alleging intentional diversion by the state police into the angle of love jihad.
बोल रहा है हमारा लड़की हत्या तो हो गया है अगेन वो वापस तो नहीं आएगा लेकिन उनका हत्या कौन कर है उनका कठिन क्रम उनके ऊपर आना है इसलिए सीबीआई डालना है हमारा डिमांड है वो भी यही बोल रहा है.
सर सीआईडी को दिया है अभी सीएम ने सर
सीआईडी को दिया है वो एक उसमें कुछ भी नहीं अच्छा होता है इसलिए हमारा डिमांड है सीबीआई देने के.
In Karnataka where the Congress is ruling, even the daughter of a Congress corporator is not safe. Can the common man's daughter be safe? And instead of standing with the Pidit or the victim family, the Congress party, as usual in vote bank politics, is standing in a sense with the Fayaz Mansikta or the mindset of Fayaz. And instead of standing with them, the CM and Home Minister says that it is a love affair. This is an insult to Neha.
The BJP claims that there is a forceful conversion angle in the case. But the FIR doesn't mention any relevant sections on the scene.
We're out here in Hubballi where a 23-year-old Neha was stabbed multiple times by her fellow classmate Fayaz for spurning his love. On one side, the BJP as well as the students' organization are demanding a CBI inquiry into it. But meanwhile, the Congress states that the state officials are enough. The police department in the state is capable to go ahead and investigate into this particular murder. At this point of time, Fayaz has been taken into police custody. The case is being investigated right now, and investigations are underway, and the police have stated that they will be able to reveal details only after the probe is completed. And meanwhile, Neha's parents have alleged that there is a love jihad angle to this entire case, and there are more people involved in this.
The big question is, will the government hand over the case to CBI? Only time will tell. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
It's a party that claims to fight for secularism and claims to champion the causes of minorities. And yet, the Congress party is facing questions within. People within the Congress fold even now, or those who are still within the Congress party. Many, in fact, have quit in this election season, and they're quitting every single day. In fact, we've had leaders joining the BJP in the last few days itself. Here's the latest. Rashid Alvi, spokesperson of the Congress party, who has questioned his own party for its stand on minorities.
There is angst within the Congress party. Close on the heels of back-to-back resignations, now the party faces anger from the minority community leaders. In a recent statement, Rashid Alvi, a senior leader of the Congress party, has lambasted his own party for what he perceives as a lack of vocal support for the Muslim community. Alvi expressed deep disappointment over the reluctance of secular parties, including Congress, to openly address Muslim concerns, fearing reprisal from the BJP, labeling it as appeasement politics. Alvi emphasized the distressing plight of Muslims in the country and underscored the reluctance of certain political entities to mention the Muslim community by name in their speeches. He also asserted that despite identifying as secular parties, they shy away from openly standing with Muslims due to apprehensions about being accused of playing appeasement politics. While refraining from explicitly naming the party in question, Alvi alluded to the Congress party, which has historically positioned itself as a proponent of secularism and has championed the cause of minorities since its inception. However, Alvi's critique suggests a widening gap between the party's professed values and its actions regarding the Muslim community.
And I am sorry to say, with due respect, most of the BJP leaders, they have more than 2 children. Whether this property will be distributed among them. What is this? I know what is the meaning of Prime Minister. It is unfortunate. He is not Prime Minister of one community. He is the Prime Minister of the entire nation. He should not talk just for the sake of election. It doesn't suit him as a Prime Minister to speak such a language.
As the debate over secularism and minority rights continue to evolve, Alvi's critique serves as a reminder of the challenges facing India's pluralistic democracy and the imperative for political parties to uphold the principles of equality and inclusivity for all citizens, regardless of their religious affiliations. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
There is a huge debate around redistribution of wealth. Redistribution of wealth is what the Congress party has promised in speeches and in different platforms. And the Prime Minister's statement, reiterating what the Congress has said about redistribution of wealth, and also while referring to former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh's speech from 2006, where Manmohan Singh himself has said that Muslims will have the first right to India's resources. It's on record. It's a soundbite from a speech. It's on record. And there is a huge debate that is now begun, and Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, former Minister of Minority Affairs, while speaking to Republic, has questioned the Congress party and its double standards. During elections, it claims to be a pro-Muslim party, but on issues, when they are ducking right now, they're ducking this issue, saying that it's a fake speech and that Manmohan Singh never said that. Here is what Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi has said to the Congress party while referring to them as pseudo-seculars.
कांग्रेस और इंडी गठबंधन की नजर अब आपकी कमाई पर है।
In the wake of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's recent statement regarding wealth redistribution aimed at the Congress party, former Union Minister for Minority Affairs Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi also rained fire on Rahul Gandhi in a sharp rebuttal during an exclusive interview with Republic TV. Naqvi characterized the Congress's response as a shift from propagating their agenda to engaging in defamatory tactics. He said, "Congress prachar nahi, dushprachar kar rahi hai," while indicating a departure from constructive discourse to negative campaigning. The former minister attributed this change in tone to what he described as a hangover of defeat and depression of loss following electoral setbacks. Naqvi's remarks suggested that the Congress's current strategy reflects a response to recent electoral defeats rather than a coherent policy vision. In a scathing attack, Naqvi labeled the Congress party as pseudo-seculars, accusing them of adopting a dual persona. Naqvi's comments highlights the escalating rhetoric between the ruling BJP and the opposition Congress party.
दूसरी चीज़ ये कि आप जो दुष्प्रचार कर रहे हैं कि मोदी जी जो है वो संविधान को ख़त्म कर देंगे, मोदी जी आएंगे तो लोकतंत्र ख़त्म हो जाएगा, ये उस नेता के लिए आप ये बात कह रहे हैं जो कि लोकतंत्र के मंदिर पे मत्था टेक करके और संविधान को अपने सीने से लगा करके और अपने सुशासन के सफ़र को आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं, उनके बारे में आप इस दुष्प्रचार कर रहे हैं। तो ये वो लोग हैं जो लोग कि रूम में टोपी और रोड पे तिलक का इनका सेकुलरिज्म है, और रूम में टोपी और रोड के तिलक वाला जिनका जो सेकुलरिज्म है, जो सियासी तुष्टीकरण का छल था, उसको समावेशी सशक्तिकरण के बल से नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने ध्वस्त कर दिया है और इनकी ये हताशा है।
सर, खड़गे जी ने आगे आके कहा है कि एक तरीके की हेट स्पीच है और इस पर एक्शन होना चाहिए।
दरअसल एक्शन तो इनके खिलाफ जनता लेगी, लेकिन माफ़ी तो इनको मांगनी चाहिए। आप इतने झूठ प्रचार, झूठ और फरेब की बातें कर रहे हैं, फेक फैब्रिकेटेड किस्से कहानी कर रहे हैं एक ऐसे नेता के लिए जो कि जिसकी लोकतंत्र हो, संविधान हो, उनकी उसके प्रतिबद्धता के नायक हैं वो। और बीजेपी का जो कोई एक मेंबर बनता है तो उससे पहले वो शपथ लेता है, उससे पहले प्रण लेता है कि वो देश के संविधान, देश के लोकतंत्र, देश की संवैधानिक धर्मनिरपेक्षता, समाजवाद, इसके प्रति वो प्रतिबद्ध है, उसके बाद प्रण है उसका। उस पार्टी के लिए और उस नेता के लिए आप इस तरह के दुष्प्रचार कर रहे हैं तो आपको नुकसान होगा इससे।
As the political climate continues to intensify, observers are closely monitoring the dynamics between the BJP and its adversaries, particularly in the lead up to the crucial elections. Naqvi's remarks serve as a reminder of the deep-seated ideological divisions that animate Indian politics and shape public discourse. Bureau Report, Republic TV.